What's poppin'? My name is Duckhead, and today I'd like to discuss skill issues in Dead by Daylight. And this is coming off the heels of this little saga I've been in over the past month or two or so, in terms of how I view anti-tunneling. And for those of you who don't know, I don't think that anti-tunneling is too weak in Dead by Daylight. Whatever the fuck you want to say about it, it's not too weak. I don't think it's too strong. I just don't think it's too weak. You just have to be skilled enough to use it. And in going against people who oppose me in the comment section and certain other YouTubers who make videos about me, people want to try and make the supposition that decisive strike and off the record. And I'm not even gonna get into like other anti-tunneling tools. Like, for example, you can use balance landing, dead hard, sprint burst, background player, which is what your teammates can do, flashbangs, all that shit. I'm not even gonna get to shit that your teammates can do for you and other shit that you can do for yourself, like styptics and fucking syringes. I'm not gonna get into all that shit. I'm just gonna specifically focus on off the record decisive strike and the base kit mechanics you get from getting unhooked. If you are not able to make use out of off the record and decisive strike, then you suck at the game. You suck at the game, point blank, period. Like, I'm tired of like trying to dance around the fact, dance around the point, and try to like put it in a nice way. No, you just suck. You suck at the game, and that's okay. You just need to get better. You need to get better. If you can't understand that when you get off the hook with decisive strike and off the record, your goal while you're on the hook, what your objective should be while you're on the hook is looking around you, seeing where the fuck, if the killer's standing in my face when I'm getting unhooked, where the fuck am I gonna speed boost off to? Where am I gonna take my endurance hit to? And my fucking haste status that I get when I get off the hook, where am I gonna beeline the straight line to where I can use my decisive strike and get to that extra distance so I can stop looping this motherfucker again? Where am I going to do that? And if you're not able to understand that you need to do that, and you're not able to understand how to do that, you just aren't good enough. And it is what it is. And I know some people are going to say, oh my god, well, Duckhead, what if I'm hooked in the dead zone? Oh my god, Duckhead, what if it's a blight or a spirit? What if it's one of these high tier killers? Dude, are you really going to make the argument that RNG should come into effect when you're balancing anti-tunneling? You can't make that argument. You can't make that argument. And this is the reason why. If you want to make the argument, then a killer can sit there and say, oh bro, I should have Old Eruption back, I should have fucking Ruin back, because I can go up against a 4-stack Swift who sends me to Orman every fucking match. And they bring all kinds of second chance perks and dead hards and fucking adrenalines and decisive strikes and all that shit, and brand new parts and syringes. They bring all that shit and they fuck me over. I should have Old Ruin. Nah, you can't do that because that's RNG. And RNG affects everybody in Dead by Daylight. So you can't really use that as an argument because it's a wash. It's a wash. On the survivor side, if you want to bring the argument that anti-tunneling, decisive striking off the record, is bad because of RNG, oh, you could be hooked in the dead zone, Duckhead. Oh my god, Duckhead, you can get a bad map. RNG affects everybody. It affects everybody, because I can easily make the argument for the other side that you can get a good map. And if I wanted to be real with you, if you wanted to make that argument, it would go in favor of the survivor, because there are more survivor-sided maps in Dead by Daylight than there are killer-sided maps. So you would either watch that point out at the very least, or you would swing it in favor of survivors, because there are more survivor-sided maps. So that RNG argument is nonsense. It's bullshit, in my opinion. I don't understand why it's like so frowned upon to just admit that you aren't good enough. Like, if you aren't able to do something in Dead by Daylight, you just might not be fucking good enough. Save if it's something that's actually broken, like fucking counting eruption. Of course, that's broken, obviously. Or old decisive strike where you had to sit on gens or whatever the fuck from the killer side. And you could just sit on gens, you could do fucking whatever you wanted to and you wouldn't lose it. That's broken. But these anti-tunneling perks now, decisive and off the record, they take skill to use. And it's okay to admit that you aren't good enough to use them. It's okay. And I'm speaking all of this shit from experience. All this shit. All of it. Like, the mindset I have is trying to constantly see how I can get better. If you watch my videos and you watch my streams, you would know that Huntress, when I'm playing Survivor, Huntress is my fucking kryptonite. I get fucking shit on unceremoniously when I go up against Huntresses. I get my ass beat, my cheeks clapped by Huntresses. And it's not because she's broken. It's just because I suck at going against her. I will get down in like 10 seconds going against a Huntress. I swear to God I will. Even if they're not that good, I'll just get down in 10 seconds. Right? And, you know, she's not broken anymore. She doesn't have her iridescent head out on. I mean, the 7 hazards and 10 hazards, it can be obnoxious sometimes, but that doesn't mean she's too fucking strong. But you won't see me getting on here in forums and comment sections and nonsense and saying that, oh my God, Huntress is too strong, bro. She beats my ass all the time. No, because I understand that if I was actually better at going against Huntress, she wouldn't eviscerate me in 10 seconds. And I don't understand why people are not able to admit that when it comes to anti-tunneling. If you're not able to use the current iteration of decisive strike and off the record, then you just aren't good enough at the fucking game and you need to get better. And that's okay. That's fine. The mindset I have and what generally happens, if a killer tries to tunnel me out of the fucking game while I'm running decisive strike and off the record, I am going to fucking shit on them. I'm going to beat their asses. One of two things is usually going to happen if that shit happens. If a killer decides to tunnel me with off the record and decisive strike, if I don't get out, I will die with 1 gen left. I will beat your ass until there is 1 fucking gen left. Maybe 2. But usually 1. Then you'll kill me. You'll get 3 men out of it. You'll get fucking 3 men out of it. And if that doesn't happen, I will beat your ass for all 5 gens and I'll get out with my teammates. That's generally what happens with me. Now, sometimes I may get fucked over and you may tone me out at 3 gens. But that's a fucking skill issue on my part. That's how I view it. But usually what happens, if you dare to try and do that to me, I will fuck you up so fucking badly. Right? It's like that with survivors I go against as well. Sometimes when I'm trying to tunnel people, I make a mistake by tunneling a certain person and I lose a game because of it. I lose a game off of a 3-second decisive strike or an off the record. All the gens get popped, 3-man out it, or 4-man out it, they take body blocks. That's a skill issue on my part. You're not going to see me fucking complaining about anti-tunneling being too fucking strong or something. Because that's a fucking skill issue. I know that I could counter. There are certain things I could have done differently to make that play out differently. So the whole point of this video is, dude, if you aren't good at using something and you suck at using something, do not immediately blame the game and say that shit is too weak just because you suck. Maybe you just need to get better and stop having a fucking skill issue. Alright? Alright. I had to make that video, but I had to get that shit off my chest. And I'm going to be doing some comment. I'm going to be doing a plethora of comment counterattacks in the upcoming days or so. Because these comments I've been getting, y'all fucking yapping in these comments, bro. And we gonna go and dispel that. Alright? Alright. Anyway, I'm out this bitch. And by the way, if any of you want to debate me, any of you, if any of you, any survivor mains or killer mains or whatever the fuck, if you want to debate me, my Discord is wide the fuck open. It's wide open. It's in the comment section. Not in the comment section. It's in the description. If you want to debate me about this particular topic, I will fucking debate you. Let me know. Add me on Discord. My name is Duckhead, D-U-K-H-U-D. I will fucking debate you. You can record this shit and try to make me look foolish. Go ahead and try to do that. But I will debate you. Anyway, I'm out this bitch, man. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Going.
Rising up, back